All over West Michigan, this is 24-hour News 8 Football Frenzy.
Well, hello again. Welcome to perhaps the most frenzied Friday of the season. It's week number 8, and with a number of conference races still up in the air, we'll spend the next 15 minutes or so trying to sort things out. I'm Jack Doles. Jason Curtis, Larry Fagurski join me tonight in the Frenzy highlights from 23 games. We're going to start with our spotlights and shine it on the OK Red, where 4 teams came into this night tied for first place. This is West Ottawa at Muskegon. Now, on the first play from scrimmage, the fumble, Thomas Rich scoops it up, and he's going to take it in for the score. 7-0 West Ottawa with the lead. But on the ensuing kickoff, Darren Briggs takes it at the 2-yard line, gets a block, breaks a tackle, he's gone up the sideline. 98-yard touchdown return. That ties the game at 7. Look at the sea of blockers there for the Big Reds. Second quarter, still 7-all. Cavante Key's going to find T.J. Mitchell, 18-yard touchdown. And the Big Reds take a 14-7 lead. They add to it. Juwan Lewis, a 12-yard touchdown run right here, and the Big Reds up 21-7. Maybe thinking blowout, but West Ottawa comes back. Zach Forsman, 2-yard touchdown run, cut the lead to 21-14, but Muskegon wins at 28-14. Big Reds are in the playoffs with their 6th win.
Well, let's see, 2 games to go before the playoffs begin, including tonight. That must mean the Rockford Rams are once again starting to peak. They were at home tonight against Granville, looking to stay in that logjam atop the OK Red standings. Homecoming tonight out there at the TED up in Rockford. Action from this one, first possession of the game. Mark LaPrairie with a quick out to Brandon Lubenow. He goes in after a little stutter step, 35-yard touchdown. That's a 7-0 Ram lead. Next Ram possession, Zach Schmuck taking it on the pitch, and he goes in from 9 yards out. It's 14-0 Rams. Ensuing possession for Granville, backed up near their own goal line. Collins can't handle the snap, or it's a bad one. Rockford then recovers the ball on the 3. Very next play, Schmuck takes it in, and Rockford, after rolling East Kentwood last week, tonight they roll Granville 56-0.
Spotlight number 3 in the OK Red, shining on Grandhaven, the playoff-bound Bucks.
The fourth of those teams opening tonight 4-1 in the conference, trying to keep pace with the Big Reds and Rams. Grandhaven hosting the 1-6 Falcons of East Kentwood tonight. Scoreless game into the second, and then the Bucks get rolling. This is Adam Cole rolling to the left to find Mike Moorhead in the end zone. 10-yard TD strike. It was 7-0 Bucks. Still in the second, Grandhaven now on the 2, and it's going to be Dakota Smith taking the handoff, and he will take it in as well. That made it 14-0. The Bucks now 5-1 in the conference, 7-1 overall. Grandhaven over East Kentwood, 37-7.
Check out the OK Gold County Central at Forest Hills Eastern next. Cougars tied with Middleville atop the gold when this night started. 3 other teams just 1 game behind in the loss column. Well, the Cougars trailing 20-6 in the second. Miles Morrissey to John Haley. Little tip drill to himself. Cut the lead at 20-13. Hawks strike right back. Spencer Elliott, 10-yard touchdown run. And Forest Hills Eastern hammers Catholic Central 37-13.
Wow, next stop, Middleville. We have to figure Thornapple Kellogg going to be playing with a little chip on its shoulder. Last 3 meetings against Caledonia have not gone well. Scots winning all 3 by an average margin of 44-2, but tonight the tide would turn. T. Kellogg, how about Jacob Boltonba taking it in with the 4-yard touchdown? They would take the lead on that play, 14-10. Fourth quarter now, Coley McKeough with the quarterback keeper. He goes in from 6 yards out, and Thornapple Kellogg knocks off Caledonia tonight, 28-10.
And in first all by themselves.
The Hastings now, the Saxons open the night, tied for second, just a game out in the goal, trying to clinch a playoff berth with a win over visiting Ottawa Hills. First quarter, Sean McHugh to Casey Schaefer. Bye-bye, 21 yards near side, touchdown run at the 2. It was 8-0 Saxons. 14-6 in the second then. Bengals get on the board. This is Jalen Couch up the middle and bounces outside. 7 yards. They cut it to 14-12 at second. Moore Hastings. This is Alex Randall. He will be off and running for a 35-yard score. Saxons outdone the Bengals 32-23.
Ted Southford checking the Wolverine Conference. Paw with a chance to win the conference outright. Took on Allegan. Defense, the name of the game. Pass picked off by Lucas Bart. And that's going to stop a drive for Paw. And then Andrew Buskirk just can't get rid of it. This This time it's Andrew Kelly comes up with the fumble, knocked that down, and Paw gets big tonight. Allegan, big win, 28-14.
Forest Hill Central, the surprise of the season, and the OK Black Rangers 4-0 in the league, now 6-2 overall after knocking off Holland tonight. Look at this, our camera guys and girls out there working hard. Oh, Cody Hart getting taken out. She's okay, though. Third quarter, Holland quarterback. Oh, they tried a little play, but it gets picked off. Forest Hill milled Eastburg, getting the interception there, and that's going to set up
a Forest Hill Central touchdown. Spencer Nell's taking it. An FHC back in the playoffs for the first time in a long time. They get the win tonight, 30-6.
Night opened with 3 teams tied atop the Lakes 8, Grant, Fruitport, and Spring Lake. 2 of those, the Tigers and Trojans, going head-to-head in a great game in Fruitport. Home team down 22-14. This is Mike Rise off the left side in from 8 yards out. We're tied up at 22. Grant then 4th and 7 from the Trojan 29. Taylor Phelan going to roll to the left side. Just float one out to Dylan Lawyer, who makes the grab. Extra point failed. It was 28-22, and it was a big extra point. Next possession, Bobby Stuyvesant's going to take the rock, cut back at midfield to the left side, and he is gone. 65 yards. Extra point was good. It was 29-28. Grant then had one last chance. $1:43 to play. Their regular field goal kicker out with an injury. 4th and 1 from the Fruitport 13. They don't kick, they go for it, and they get stuffed. Matt Shucker does the job. Trojans hold off the Tigers 29-28.
2 stops in the OK Silver. Hopkins opened this season with back-to-back losses. The Vikings rolling now, and perhaps Rex Weaver's last season. Hopkins, Ben Bragg, 55-yard touchdown run. That's the way this night went. Bragg had another 53-yarder right after that. Hopkins wins 62-0 over Godwin Heights.
Our other OK Silver stop takes us to Allendale, where the Falcons were looking to stay unbeaten in conference play, going up against last year's conference champ in Kellogg'sville. Third quarter, Allendale up 13-6. Quarterback Trevor Schultz going to hook up with Jake Hoven for an 8-yard touchdown pass. Allendale goes for 2 misses, so it's a 19-6 game. Fourth quarter, Kellogg'sville on the 2-yard line. Carl Roscoe going to try to keep it himself, go in for the score, but it's too little too late. Allendale holds on, getting the victory over Kellogg'sville tonight, 19-13 the final.
Pair of Muskegon Independents angling along the lakeshore. 4-3 Crusaders of Catholic Central, 3-4 Tigers of Heights. All belong to Catholic Central. Early Bryant Wester. Watch this one-handed grab. Kari Campbell's going to make number 41. Takes it to the end zone. Now, there's one particularly very upset fan, but he was, on further review, out at the half-yard line. They'd score a moment later on a 1-yard run. They let it 13-0, and then back came Willie Sneed and company. Maurice Day up the middle from 10 yards out to cut it to 13-6. And then look at the touch on this pass. Sneed, who's on his way to Ball State, probably as a receiver. Well, you wonder if with all that time he can't play quarterback. Puts this one on the mark to Devontae Dockery. Heights knocking off CC tonight, 34-20.
12 down, still got 11 to go. Stick around. The frenzy continues out in Hesperia. We're into the second half of the frenzy. We'll go to the Central States Activities Conference. Morley Stanwood, one of 2 unbeatens in our viewing area, one of the few unbeatens, 2 of those in this conference. Morley against Hesperia tonight. Travis Zakowski, 3-yard touchdown run, 7-0 Mohawks. Second quarter, watch the end around. The pitch to Tyler Hanks. He's doing a rumble, 39 yards. Morley Stanwood takes a 21-0 lead. They win 35-0. They're 8-0, and next week they get to play Central Montcalm.
Yeah, and Central Montcalm remaining unbeaten tonight after knocking off Chippewa Hills. Good game tonight. Chippewa Hills up 14-7 in the third quarter and driving, but a bad snap. Central Montcalm jumps on it, and on the very next play, Ryan Emmons going to go right up the gut, and he takes off 69 yards for the touchdown. Extra point no good, so it was a 1-point game at that point. But in the fourth quarter, Central Montcalm pulling ahead for good. Leo Bellows fakes it, takes it himself. Central Montcalm setting up that battle of unbeatens next week. 25-14 winners tonight.
West Michigan Conference now, the 6-0 in first place Shelby Tigers, entertaining the 5-1 in second place Oak Ridge Eagles, who are also hoping to clinch a playoff berth tonight. 7 minutes left in the first half, and that's Jamie Potts, QB keeper, and breaks free for a 65-yard jaunt. Eagles had a 7-0 lead. End of the second quarter then. Oak Ridge again. Same guy, Potts on the QB keeper. This time he'll break free of a tackle at the line, spin off to the right side, and goes the distance again. This one covers 20 yards, missed the 2-point. It was 20-0. And then in the third, Torrey Melton taking a handoff. This one will cover 76 yards, set up a short TD run. Oak Ridge over Shelby tonight, 37-8.
Is it me or does it seem like the Potts family's had a kid at Oak Ridge High School for 20 years now? Big one here in the OK White. Greenville, Christian High, neither is going to win in conference, but Greenville trying to improve its playoff position. Christian just trying to get in. Big defensive stop there. Justin Zimmer, the interception, leads to this. Jacob Knapp, 7-yard touchdown, and Greenville takes a 14-0 lead over Christian High. Eagles need a big play. They get it right here. Andre Davis, the big fella. Oh, look at him go. Gets a hole, and he's gone. 56-yard touchdown. Ties the game 21-21. They go overtime. Greenville wins it. Final 27-21.
East Grand Rapids making a short drive to Houston Field in Grand Rapids to take on Creston, where they made short work tonight of the Polar Bears. First quarter, the handoff going to go to David Drummond, and look at that nice hole right there in for the easy touchdown, 7-0 East. Still in the first, quarterback Ryan Elbley. Ryan going to the air. Dropping back, and look at this little pump fake, and hooks up with it. Nick Mulhall. Nick going to turn the corner and go the distance. 47 yards for the touchdown. East remains unbeaten. 42-6 winners over Creston.
To the SWAC South now, unbeaten Blue Devils of Lawton closing out the season against the two teams just a game back in the conference, beginning with the Tigers of Lawrence. Trent Sawyer hands off to Corbin Olson. This will cover 96 yards. Here's your stat of the night. According to Lawton, Olson's averaging 16 yards per carry this season, and the number probably went up tonight. That one, as I said, covered 96. This one will cover 29. Lawton all over Lawrence tonight, 57-13.
Fast. Next stop, top-ranked team in Division I, West Catholic, trying to wrap up the OK Blue title. Big gainer here by Jalen Faison, 14-yard run, sets up this. Mitch Bredberg, 37-yard field goal, splits the uprights. West Catholic takes a 45-0 lead. They roll to a 45-7 win over Cedar Springs tonight.
Also from the OK Blue, 5-2 Comstock Park looking to clinch a playoff berth against visiting Sparta tonight. Third quarter action, Sparta on the move. Corey Brown unloads it deep for Nate Van Patten, 36 yards, touchdown. Nice catch by Nate. It's a 13-7 game, but the Panthers coming back. Jake Brown drops the snap, then rolls to his right. And look at this, going to fire on the run. He's got Andrew Edgemont down there for a 44-yard touchdown. Comstock Park clinching a playoff spot, 19-14 winners tonight over Sparta.
To the OK Green now 4 years ago, Zeeland East went winless. With a win over Rogers tonight, the Chicks will be just one win away from an undefeated regular season. TJ Van Dyken pitch here to Brad Horling, and he goes 40 yards for the score. They were off and running tonight. That made it 7-zip. A little later, same two would hook up again, this time on a pitch option out to the left side, and this one covers 30 yards. Yeah, they're one win away from undefeated. East rolling over Rogers 63-7.
Unity Christian's focus right now, pick up one more win. They still need that to get into the playoffs. They'd have a hard time trying to get it tonight against Zeeland West. Daniel Pung fakes the handoff, sneaks around end. He's gone. 60-yard touchdown run. Zeeland West with a 22-7 lead at that point. It was 30-7. Lance Dempter going to find Peyton Ponstein, 55-yard touchdown. But Zeeland West wins it final 42-13.
Our 23rd and final stop tonight on the Football Frenzy, taking us out to the Lakeshore. Byron Center and Holland Christian. Holland Christian getting on the board first. Jeff Brune takes it into the end zone. It was a 6-0 Maroon lead, but after that, Byron Center would lighten up the scoreboard. Derek Seaver is going to go 50 yards on the score, and Byron Center runs away from Holland Christian 49-22.